Welcome back to another session of Autism Daily. So we've gotten the diagnosis, and now we have the big question about how can I support my autistic child's development? Guys, you know what? Yes, get the therapies, get them to the center, get them to the school. That's always going to be first prize, but that's not always possible. And even when you do have those, even when you do have access to the speech therapy and the occupational therapist and the play therapist or the autism center like Amazing K or one of the other very reputable centers we have in South Africa, still, it is incredibly important for you to always be consistent, and that you have to be with everything that you do. So, the child has one set of rules. The child kind of knows exactly what their boundaries are. Remember that autistic people flourish in a visual teaching environment. And whilst we want to be using verbal cues and we want to be speaking to the child in order to help the child, understand and respond and process language better, we want to be doing it in a visual environment as well. Do yourselves a favor, go and study up about visual teaching and the benefits that it has for the child. Learn mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, everybody, caregiver, or pair, everybody that is working with that child with autism, know what it's about. Don't kind of take the child and give it that's the wrong word, give the child, to the school or the center or the therapist and just expect them to do everything, because you need to understand autism as a spectrum disorder. You need to understand how those developmental delays are affecting your child, because when you understand it, it's much easier for you to help your child. Make it a partnership, engage with the school, engage with families, speak to other people. Don't just, kind of listen to what the likes of Facebook says. I've walked an autism journey for 14 years, and let me tell you, it's the same stuff, the same people saying the same thing over and over and over and over, and there's so much more available out there that you can find if you just connect with professional people on a face-to-face basis in your neighborhood. Now with things like Zoom, getting that training that you need. You can do it internationally. At least there, what has happened with COVID-19 has really actually played in our favors, because even myself, everything that we used to do face-to-face, we're now putting on Zoom, which, is just reaching a much bigger audience. And it makes it easier for you as mom and dad to connect and engage with the professionals. Work with those therapists, guys. They know how to help your child. Schedules, visual schedules at home really can help your child's development hugely. It's going to help with transitioning. Transitioning is often a challenge that children on the autism spectrum have. And, they're going to have difficulty moving from one task to the other. So having those visual schedules will help with those, which is going to reduce tantrums. And that can help you, whether you're getting dressed, whether you're getting in the bath, out the bath, watching a program, unwatching it, getting to the TV, from dinner to bath, whatever the case may be, moving those activities. So, again, talk to the professionals, study up about visual schedules and get those introduced at home. The biggest help that you can give your child is focusing on whole child education, not just on the autism symptoms. Whilst, yes, they need extra attention and they need therapy and they need, just that little bit of extra help the whole time, don't forget that your child is still a child. Don't forget that your child needs to play and get dirty, and that there's a whole lot of other milestones that your child, needs to also reach. Learning to dress themselves and brush their own teeth and learning what water to drink. What good is it we get our children to talk to us when they're 7, but they don't know that they can't swim in a lake because it's dangerous, or how to ask for help when they've gotten lost. Knowing mom and dad's telephone number and how to get help when they're scared. These are all things that we need to teach the child. So as much as what as much as what we're focusing our energies on, the language and the restrictive and repetitive behaviors and the motor planning and the sensory integration, we must never forget the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s, and just all the other beautiful things that our kids need to do. Moms and dads, remember one thing, and I can promise you this: children with autism can learn everything a normal developing child can learn. They just learn differently. And that's where we come in. And that understanding of that, should I rather say, is what's going to make the biggest difference for you and for your child's development, for you and your child's relationship, and just in general. It's been great spending time with you again today. I hope that this has answered your question. Take care of you, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.